Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
That is how I feel.
That's how you feel? Hang on just a second.
Yeet. You can break my mom's phone.
You're gonna break your mother's phone? Why would you do that?
I'm gonna throw it.
No.
Yeet. Yeet. Oh, it's ready.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Am I sharing something that says maximum impact on it?
That's what I see.
Awesome.
Yes. I see it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, this week starts one of my absolutely favorite things in the world is the law of the catalyst. Okay, what's a catalyst? Anybody have any idea? Besides gasoline and a match is a catalyst for gasoline and
I know. I think I know.
lay it on me, dude.
It's a sort of cowboy.
Okay. Expand on that.
Well, a cowboy is what? Well, there's a horse that is like a kata, I believe, and it's like there was these cowboys who only rid those type of horses, so that would be why it's called a catalyst.
Okay. But in this sense, when we're thinking about being a leader, what do you think a catalyst does? Scientifically, a catalyst starts a reaction, right?
Yep.
Okay. If you're looking at that in a team basis or something like that, scientifically, yes, Jaden. Oh, he keeps raising his hand. Okay.
I did not mean to press that.
Okay. But it works. Actually, a catalyst is something that starts a reaction. What happens when you got a bunch of people and you stick a person in there and starts a reaction? What do you think?
Either
Noah.
good or bad.
Okay. A catalyst can be a good thing or a catalyst can be a bad thing. That's very important to this conversation. But in this conversation, what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, a catalyst is something that gets something done and then some. Like when it's how many people have had projects in school where they said, okay, you have to do this project with somebody else. And that somebody else is like Deadwood. You know, doesn't do anything. And you sit there and you go, am I going to have to do this all?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
For the opposite, I'm usually the one who's doing everything by volunteering to do it.
Yeah, I had 20 years of a job where I said, well, if nobody else is going to do it, I'm just going to do it. And that's not the right way to be a catalyst. Because, yeah, a catalyst gets stuff done, but are you being a good leader when you just say, oh, screw it, I'm going to do it?
Nope.
Correct. You know, a team is the sum of puzzle pieces. And a catalyst is really the last, and it's the hardest piece to find. Because what you have to do is you have to find somebody who's engaging. You have to find somebody who's going to make stuff work. You have to find somebody who knows what they're doing but still has the ability to be able to energize people in a positive way. You can have a catalyst that can suck the life out of you. You know, it's like the guy who does absolutely nothing. You sit there and you go, oh, man, this is going to be a long meeting. Or this is going to be a long project. Or this is going to be, it's just not going to work. But in that sense, you can have a catalyst you can have a catalyst on a team that either sucks the life out of the team or adds life into teams. Okay, here's a question I have. Jaden, are you a catalyst or do you need a catalyst? And what I'm saying is, think of it this way. Yeah, I can still see you back there. Still think of it this way. Does somebody have to drag you out of bed in the morning? Or do you drag yourself out of bed and say, I'm going to hit this day like head on? Really?
Yep. I am the first one to wake up, and I'm like,
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah, that's exactly how I had him pegged.
Yep, exactly. Autumn! Autumn!
Yes.
Autumn, are you a catalyst or do you need somebody to drag you out of bed in the morning?
Well, sometimes I wake up later than normal. Like, say it's a school day, right?
Okay.
My mom needs to get me up, but sometimes I get myself.
Okay. So it depends on the day.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I don't want to get up in the morning. Used to be I'd love to get up in the morning. Now I just like to sleep. Mr. Noah.
Well, if we're talking about getting up, I am definitely not a catalyst. But if we're talking about like other like managing projects and that kind of thing, I would be a catalyst.
Okay. So, but in the same sense, can you use a catalyst in these projects that you do?
Well, technically, at the same time, I could, but at the same time, I don't need to.
Okay. So you could say get your black belt on your own.
Not different, depending on the project.
Okay. Okay. Yep. That's exactly what I was trying to get out of you. Depending upon the project, yeah, you can be a catalyst, but in the same point in time, depending upon the project, you can be a leader or you can be a follower or you can be a leader and a follower, and it depends on where you're at.
Yep.
Like on my team, I'm the team lead for where I am, but sometimes I pass that along to teammates who know more about the stuff than I do, because if I sit there and go, yeah, I know everything about everything, go away, stuff doesn't work. And the catalyst is the guy that creates the relationships. The catalyst is the guy who keeps pushing people to do their absolute best. The catalyst is the guy or the girl, Autumn, who brings the best out of everyone. That would be my definition. That would be my definition of a catalyst. You know, this was a anybody heard of Wade Boggs?
I have.
Yep.
Yes. And besides being the chicken man and stuff like that, Wade Boggs was a third baseman for the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. before he retired, and now he's in the Hall of Fame. But he says our lives are not determined by what happens to us, but how we react to what happens. Not by what life brings us, but by the attitude causes a chain reaction of positive thoughts, events, and outcomes. It is a catalyst, a spark that creates extraordinary results. I want you to remember that. You are the spark that creates extraordinary results. And in that case, we'll talk more next week about this, but what we'll do is we'll talk about everything that it takes to be that person. That person is not a cheerleader. Sometimes that person is a cheerleader. Sometimes that person is a peacemaker. And sometimes that person just lays it on the line and tells you life like it is. But in all that together, a catalyst has the courage to do what's necessary to make people great. David, nice glasses.
Thank you.
Now, next week, you found them?
Yeah, I found them on the ground.
Ooh. Did you wash them before you put them on your face?
Yeah.
Awesome. There you go. Next week, we're going to talk about these team members and who wants the ball, who should have the ball, who wants the ball really shouldn't have the ball. And who wants the ball and maybe not. We'll see. Any questions, guys? Gals?
No.
All right. Have an awesome week, and we will talk to you next week.
See you guys next week.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.